It was once said by some wise man that story is the human currency of the soul. And I consider myself a storyteller at heart. And I believe that God has put an anointing on me to tell stories. But I always didn't feel that way. It all changed about 6 years ago when I had the opportunity to pick up a camera for our church. We had a need to tell a story about a Be the Remedy project, and Bruce had asked the staff who wanted to take it on, and I said, well, I'll give it a shot. I'd never touched a camera up to that point, but I'm always up for adventure, so why not, So I filmed this story of Katie and her sharing her passion about Be the Remedy and the goals behind the project, and I remember it being shown on Sunday and just feeling the room for a moment being lifted, for a moment where people kind of were put into a new reality, a kingdom sort of reality, and it just ignited this passion in me. And I remember early on in this process honing in on my craft and really growing, and felt like God was just downloading gifting on me to do this. And Gail, I remember her watching a film I had done and look at me, and she said, you're anointed filmmaker. And I had never heard that before. Nobody ever said that to me. And it really sunk deep and became kind of this foundation of, okay, I'm anointed, like God has his hand on me in this endeavor. There's been so many times where I've filmed a project and I sit down in front of the computer and I ask Jesus, I don't know what to do with this. Can you help me? And before I know it, I just get a vision in my head of what the story, how the story is to be told. And before I know it, I've got some edited within minutes, and it's like this beautiful thing that's come about, and I just can't boast. I can't boast about it because literally, like, God just has been downloading stuff for me, and it just confirms my anointing in this endeavor and in my role in His kingdom. John Eldredge said there comes a point in every man's life where he has to leave all he knows and go into the unknown with God. And this past year has been a really trying year for me. I've really felt this pull to launch out in some shape, form, or capacity, but really didn't have confirmation of what that would look like. And I recently got back from Africa this past February. On this trip, I was doing stories for African New Life Ministries, and I got to sit down with a girl, Hillary, who I did her story in 2016 and was able to do an update video with her. And the next morning I was journaling and I wrote in my journal, man, it was really good to catch up with Hillary. And it's times like this that remind me of what God has built me for and what He has gifted me in. Coming back from Africa, I was really faced with two roads. One road being church planning and deeper into ministry. The other road would be launching out in videography and working more with nonprofits, and those were the two paths that were set before me, and I felt like God was giving me the option and said, I'm with you either way, buddy. I'm with you either way. And after seeking wisdom and counsel, I'm choosing the road of videography and launching my own business. The thought of leaving the safety net is really terrifying to me. But I'm walking by faith that God has got me. This church has been such a training ground for me, and has given me complete freedom and just empowered me along the way. And I wouldn't be able to have the faith to step into this reality if it was not for the leadership here and the freedom I had to develop in this. So my story has taught me that God is always surprising and always out of our control. And I'm excited to see stepping into Him in this new season in His kingdom, and how He's going to expand my faith and my ideas and my partnerships. And so, yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.